So our Band Stroop feature returns today for the first time in many, many weeks, right here on Hot 91.9. I'm the Eskimo Writer, and my guests tonight are Easy Freak, a band who's had great success over the last 2 years in South African music, and they're going to be playing a few songs and telling us about their music. Don't forget you can catch this featurette on Facebook and on YouTube across social media. Enjoy this. Welcome to Hot 91.9's SA Music Box, and our Band Stroop feature is finally back and in our new studio. My special guest today, our first guests in the new studio, are Easy Freak. I'm here with Jude and Dom. Welcome.
What's good?
Yo. Thanks for having us, man.
It's a nice vibe going on. There's quite an eclectic mix between the two of you. I mean, you guys could not look further apart.
Really?
In terms of your vibe. And
We're very eclectic.
Yeah. I mean, we are.
Different races.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Some people.
I know people think.
Some people
Yeah, it's
don't know.
very easy to confuse
You know?
that and you think that, well, okay. So where are you guys from originally?
I'm originally from Ottawa, in Durban, or Verulam.
That's
As
real
opposed
place.
to
might know it.
Ottawa, Canada.
As
which
opposed
is-
to Ottawa,
yeah.
Canada. Yeah. From Durban, lived there my whole life.
Yeah.
Until we moved here.
Yeah. I'm from small towns, so I'm a farm boy, but moved to Durban to study.
Which is the smallest town that you're from?
Probably Richmond.
Oh,
The
wow, that's
little-
really small.
it's really
Just
small.
outside Pietermaritzburg, quaint, tiny.
Beautiful
And
though.
on one street, there was a music store there that I remember back in the day.
I don't remember.
A guy named Arvind Singh
Yeah.
ran the music store.
Wow.
They sold about 10 CDs a month, but I mean, the Richmond's population was like 5.
Are
So-
you
Yeah.
from Richmond as well?
No, but
How do
I
you
just-
know more about Richmond
Yeah.
than me?
I took a special interest in it. So what was the reason behind your move from KZN, let's call it that, to generalize it,
Cool.
to Johannesburg?
Yeah, I guess we were playing a lot in Joburg, even while we were based in Durban.
Okay.
So it seemed like the best move for us to be here, in the midst of things, you know.
Yeah. I mean, everything's up here in terms of industry. So the labels are up here. Not that we're signed, but you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
do work with Universal quite closely with writing for a lot of their artists and producing for their artists.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, and then like ad agencies are up here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of around the industry that's here, so it just made sense for us
Yeah.
too.
When you guys first met,
Yeah.
and now you have a very interesting sound. When you first met, how did you know that this was going to click? What was the process that had to happen for this to happen? For Easy Freak to happen?
So it didn't click at first because I started a band with another two guys, a bassist and a guitarist, and then asked you to come on board to play drums.
Yeah.
And it just like we went for a while. That band was called Young, and we went for a while and made some good kind of like, say, indie funk, pop,
Indie pop.
Yeah.
stuff,
yeah, stuff like that. And then that kind of fell through. The other members left, and then Jude and I actually kind of had the same vision for what we wanted to do for our sound.
Yeah.
And then like back then Jude was only drumming, and then he started to write and to sing, and now
Okay.
we co-lead the vocals and
Yeah.
and co-write and do everything together, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So between each of you, you write individually and together, I assume.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
And for each of you, what is the primary instrument that you used to write with?
So I'm a drummer, but I definitely don't use the drums to write our songs.
Yeah, it's technically more difficult.
Yeah, it's not the most harmonic instrument, but the piano, keyboard
Okay.
is like my main instrument.
Yeah, and I predominantly
To
write
write with,
on guitar.
Oh, fantastic. So that's a nice harmony to have in terms of chord intonation, song structure,
Yeah.
rhythm, which comes to the point in terms of your style and sound. It's got a very rhythmic bass.
Yeah. Funk is a huge influencer for us,
Yeah.
and like that kind of swung feel that only funk and groove can bring.
When you
So-
listen to your music now, I mean, what do you think you sound like? Like anyone, or what do you aspire to sound like? I suppose
we
that's a
try
better
not
question.
To sound like other people.
Yeah.
I guess
We're
I-
obviously influenced by other people.
Yeah. Like we listen to a whole lot of different music, like individually. Like I listen to a lot of jazz, a lot of like prog rock stuff, a lot of instrumental stuff.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's pretty obscure to most people. And I also listen to like a lot of R&B
That would be correct,
and stuff. And then Dom's into like a lot of funk.
Yeah, like 70s funk, you know,
Yeah.
like
Nice,
Chic
nice.
and, you know,
Yeah.
Nile Rodgers, who like
Nile Rodgers guitar style.
king of guitar style, yeah.
Yeah.
So listen to a lot of that and a lot of kind of R&B pop as well, and hip hop, a lot of hip hop.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So it's very mixed.
Well, you
Yeah.
can sort of hear that in all your music so far.
Oh,
Sure.
Now, you guys
yeah.
are 2 albums in. You've just
Yes.
released your second album in
Yeah,
May.
we just did
Yeah.
No
This year?
Lies, yeah.
And in terms of your first album, just to go back, I mean, it's very rare for a band who's just come into the SA music scene, let's call it that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think to get as much airplay as you guys have got across stations, were you guys surprised by that?
Yeah, yeah, we were. We weren't expecting it when we first released like our first single, So Lonely. But I guess like we had a lot of support from the stations, and it's just been a continuous thing. So we've been blessed with that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
And do you find that you guys get recognized yet when you sort of move around Joburg or?
Sometimes.
Yeah, we do
yeah.
sometimes.
We still consider ourselves quite a small act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and we try to like live out with that mentality as well, because we always want to grow and always want to want to be better. So
Yeah.
we kind of want to see ourselves from that perspective.
Yeah.
And to like always keep as humble as possible and live like just normal lifestyles.
Normal.
Which is
Yeah.
not the easiest thing, given some of the bands you've played with on the same stage with.
Yeah.
You played with some really big bands. Of
Yeah.
all of them, which is the one that you thought, wow, you know, these guys are fantastic, stage presence is excellent, and that's
Yeah.
something to aspire to?
Yo. I think energy-wise, when we played Joburg Day, TKZ
Yeah.
had a massive show. But I mean, like
Huge.
they are like South African legends, so it's
Yeah.
understandable. But just like the energy on stage was amazing.
Yeah.
and like the band as well was incredible.
Definitely. Very inspired by Mafikizolo as well.
Yeah.
They have an incredible live set with like backup dancers. And
Yeah.
so we incorporate backup dancers into our set now.
Okay, that's really interesting. You mentioned 2 bands which are, I mean, the better part of 20 years old in the SA music
true.
industry, very
Yeah.
experienced. And I remember watching them for the first time when they both first hit the scene.
Yeah.
And what stood out for them and why they rose above many other bands that had similar sounds to them was because of their stage presence, energy, really, really good songwriting, very crafty songwriting in the sense that if you listen to TKZ's music and Mafikizolo, they're really well produced songs.
Yeah.
Very well produced, which is what I picked up in your music across the board on both albums, is that
Thank
the
you.
music is really well produced.
Sure, yeah.
I appreciate
What
that.
goes in to crafting that particular sound?
Sure.
Between the two of you, what's the mix? What's the recipe here?
So many hours.
A lot of time.
Yeah, so as we were saying earlier, we write like apart and then together. So I produce. You know, I'm like the one who sits behind the laptop
Yeah.
and puts things together, and then I actually mix and master the album.
Yeah.
all our stuff.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah. So from writing to production to mixing and mastering, it's all done in house, which is difficult to say the least. To gain like objectivity,
Yeah.
and to kind of like step outside your own music and your own
Yeah.
preferences is quite a difficult thing sometimes.
Yeah.
But we're still growing, we're still learning. Definitely with our last release, No Lies, we're very proud of, you know, the quality of the recordings and the final product is, we think, like really well produced. So we're super proud of it. When it
100%.
comes to our first album, I always listen back and I go, I would have done that differently.
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
I would have.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
But you know, I
Definitely.
mean, my advice is always just roll with what you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing to look back and see like how far we've come. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Now, listeners are obviously very excited to hear you guys in studio. Now, your first track or your first 2 tracks actually are combined in a way, so it's a nice surprise for the listeners at home.
Yeah.
Which are the first 2 songs you're playing?
It's Come Together, Uzubona, featuring Darky Fiction, which is
Yeah.
actually the last single that we released. Yeah. And that's flowing into.
Into No Lies,
Aye.
which is the next single we're releasing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've taken your first 2 singles of this new album,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you've done a little mashup with them.
Yeah.
Now, with each of the songs, what is the story behind each of these songs?
come together with Darky Fiction was such a cool experience. So like, I don't know if you know Darky Fiction, but
When you say come together and Darky Fiction all in like in one sentence, it gives a hint towards a porno, but I know it's not. I know it's music. And then the listeners at home are listening to this. Both these guys have just gone blood red. So,
I mean, I don't know about me.
you don't have
Just
to answer
darker
that, by the
brown.
way. Don't answer that.
But yeah, they're an amazing group
Yeah.
based in Joburg as well. Incredible stuff. Definitely check their stuff out.
Yeah, kind of like
Um,
Kwaito inspired.
Okay.
Like R&B.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard
So-
to pin them down as well, which is
Good.
why we were drawn to them and why we
I
wanted
think
to
it's a very
100%,
common
yeah.
thread now with a lot of bands coming through, and especially at your age. You guys are young. People don't want to be boxed. You
Yeah.
want to be free to make any sound you want to, whenever you choose to make it. Right? That's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
how you want to see things.
No, for sure.
And then No Lies. What is No Lies? What is the story behind that song?
So you wrote that, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of it, yeah.
I like how you have to
Oh, no, I
confer
wrote
just to make sure
I
whether.
heard the chorus.
Which
Yeah, I
one?
wrote the chorus.
Okay.
So that was basically just it's a love song,
Yeah.
Nice.
kind of going like, are you in this or are you not? Because
What's your story?
I'm moving forward.
Yeah.
okay.
That's basically what it was.
All right. Well,
It was
Kind of
me.
sad. It was all
well, very excited to hear all that come through. So there you have it. That's Easy Freak, and that was the first part of Band Stripped. And this is them coming up next with Come Together and No Lies in a beautiful mashup right here on Band Stripped on Hot 91.9.
Yeah.
uzobona siphezulu xa sisonke thina senze kakhulu uzobona ngathi siphezulu. Not gonna take too much of your time. You wanna taste, gotta get in line. Breaking all the walls down with this sound. Breaking into this scene in this new town. Got no time to play around today. Won't masquerade, no, I'm no fake. You say you wanna sip of this wine. Well, you gotta get in line, girl.
You can feel it coming over. No lies, it's full disclosure. You know it's something that I can't control.
Can't
You
control.
need your reason, no exposure. Give it time and I will show you. You see me at the top before you know.
Uzobona ngathi siphezulu. Xa sisonke thina senza kakhulu. Uzobona ngathi siphezulu. Yeah, uzobona ngathi siphezulu. Xa sisonke thina senza kakhulu. Uzobona ngathi siphezulu. Right. Yeah. Cause all I ever wanted was to be with you. I'm telling no lies, baby girl, that's the honest truth. Yeah. Cause there ain't nothing for you that I wouldn't do. Cause you're the only one for me, girl, I'm telling you. Right. Let's not pretend like things are all just A-okay. I've come to terms with all of this, I'm here to stay. I'm in this for the long run, not just for the day. Not just for the day. So can we start hanging in the week? Not only on the weekends. Girl, tell me, are we just friends? So can we start
talking about how we should be. All they ever do is complicate it endlessly. Hey, I'm giving you my everything. This goes so much more than ice in the Hennessy. Hey, yeah.
Let's not pretend like things are all just A-okay. I've come to terms with all of this, I'm here to stay. I'm in this for the long run, not just for the day. Right, not just for the day. So can we start hanging in the week? Not only on the weekends. Girl, tell me, are we just friends? Can we stop all this make-believe? Tie up all of the loose ends. Girl, tell me, are we just friends? Yeah. Right.
And that was Easy Freak with Come Together and No Lies right here on the Band's Troop feature on the SA Music Box. Now back in studio with the boys, and thank you for that. That was,
we had a great time.
Wonderful. What are your thoughts on style and imaging as a band?
A lot of thoughts.
Yeah,
It's important. It's huge.
It's I'd say for both of us now, but originally I'd say more me.
Yeah,
were,
definitely, yeah.
like very kind of what's the word? Important. It was very important to me, and especially for this last album, we've really pushed a kind of common thread throughout everything we do, whether it be our live show, the way we dress, all our artwork.
Okay, so there is
social
some thought
media.
that goes into all of that, right? So
Yeah.
do you guys help each other with that, or do you each pick something based on your personas? And
We've kind of started getting to that where we know what we like and also works for our group.
Yeah.
It used to be me going, dude, why are you like, you know?
Yeah, because
Wear something else.
I never used to really care about like the image or like about branding, because I was always like just about the music. Like growing
but now
up
people
and-
come up to Jude and are like, yo, you're so swag, dude. And I'm like, oh, what about me?
yeah, Jude gives off
I don't know if you-
a very strong religious vibe when he walks into the room. He's got the hair and
I've
the
been
beard.
called the Indian Jesus.
There you go. You see. So
It's a strong look.
Yeah.
it's a
I
strong
don't know how I
look.
feel about being called that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'll take it.
I can confer.
Yeah.
And where do you guys get your clothes from? I mean, do you go and like pick them from specific stores? Is there a specific style that you like?
Yeah.
So we actually endorsed by Holmes Brothers,
Yeah.
a local brand. They
Oh,
started
that's the punt for the show.
You know?
they started in Durbs and then kind of pushed out to Joburg and Cape Town.
I actually dig their clothing.
Yeah,
And I
it's
found
amazing,
it at an airport some years back, and I love the style. I didn't know it was South African,
Yeah.
but I found out after I
Yeah.
bought it.
yeah, they're really dope. We love this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Shout
there's a strong turmeric vibe going on here. What's the?
out. Oh, that was just by mistake.
Yeah, we actually didn't
Actually,
think-
I got dressed first today, and then you
I
you
just
put on
this
that hoodie
because I was
knowing
cold.
well.
Yeah, this is what goes on with bands. So listeners out there, you will be able to watch this featurette in the week on Facebook and on YouTube.
You can
But
see our style.
there's a strong turmeric vibe.
I know it as
or manja.
as manja.
Exactly.
Oh,
Or
okay.
manja vibe. It sounds like something else, but yeah. So you don't have any word that defines your style or your swag.
Good.
That's a good. That's,
No,
That's a very
there's
descriptive
better words.
Let's go with good. Nice.
yeah. And in terms of your following, right? I mean, when you started making this music, who did you expect, or what did you expect your audience to be like? Quite a mixed audience. Did you expect a mixed audience?
Yeah, I think so. Because of our kind of musical influence and the kind of music we make, we get people from like basically all ages, all kind of
All race
ethnicities,
Cultures, yeah.
yeah, kind of interested in our music, which is awesome, which is what we love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say we don't particularly write music for anyone,
Yeah.
but we write what we want to write, and like whoever like gets with it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a pretty like strong like student following, and then
Yeah.
also a lot of moms. A lot of moms.
Sorry, excuse
A lot
me.
of mothers.
Yeah, a lot of moms.
Is it?
Yeah.
So you're saying your music is giving off a strong cougar vibe?
Oh, apparently.
Is it?
Yeah, kind of into it.
He is. He is.
Wow, that's interesting. So you've got like a lot of young people obviously listening to you, and
Yeah,
then
moms and the kids. We make music
mums.
for moms and the kids.
Yeah. What is what's the strangest thing that's ever happened to you guys post gig?
Post gig. Wow.
Nothing too strange, I don't think. Just a lot of like asking for your number and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Just like,
There was. I remember the one tequila fest we played. There was a girl that started crying.
Oh, is
That
it?
was pretty strange for me. Yeah.
She started crying
Started crying
after the gig.
after we played because she was crying because she was meeting us, and we weren't even
Oh wow, okay, that's
that big.
oh, we
you
still.
know? We're still. I mean, still
yeah,
growing, but like we're.
Yeah, you
significantly
get like
smaller,
those
yeah.
super fans, you know, who just really like
yeah.
post about you all the time and really
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
meet you. And
So I'm
And
asking
it's
this
cool.
question for a very specific reason, right?
Yes.
There's a chance. I mean, having listened to your music, I have a hunch that you guys are going to go very far, and that you are going to get bigger, and you're going to get bigger followings. Now, when you've reached a point of success, and when I talk about success, it's two things. There's a lot of people listening to your music and buying your music, right? So let's call it recognition
yeah,
and financial success. Let's assume that is your target, right? Both those things
Sure.
to make a living as musicians. When you get to that point of success, what types of initiatives would you start, if any?
we have a certain goal when it comes to our kind of representation in the media, and we strongly believe, because I would consider us very financially successful. We've been super blessed to have like sync deals for TV and you know, to be able to make really good money you know, by writing songs, which is incredible,
Yeah.
to say the least. And with that, we want to portray or like show people that that life isn't about money, that you know, you don't have to live a certain lifestyle because you're a musician. You don't have to drive flashy cars and, you know, wear like hella expensive watches or whatever. You can live a modest lifestyle and be successful, and it's about, you know, being you and being true to yourself, and for us, like writing good music. So
100%.
yeah, that's like one of the things we really want to like show people, you know, that that money isn't everything, and that
Is that true, Jude?
Yeah. No, definitely.
Check it, yeah.
100%. I mean, there's so many musicians out there who make it big and who are like financially successful
and then go broke.
Yeah. And like to me, that's like how can you let that happen? You know, like but it's because your perspective on like how you have to live your lifestyle is like so warped. And we're just trying to not do that, you know, just live a normal
Well,
life.
I think, I mean, songwriting, you guys understand publishing and how that works clearly from sync deals, etc.
Yeah.
So I think you've got a good sense of where the real money is made in the music industry.
Definitely. Yeah.
And chasing fame doesn't necessarily make you money,
Exactly.
but
No.
writing great material and being very talented can.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
possible, right?
Yeah, so
There's
I
a lot
think
of people who are like behind the scenes who are making a lot of money.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And I think the two do go hand in hand sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
They're both important factors to your musical career.
Okay.
And it's good. It's good not to neglect either side of that. Because the more people know you, the more shows you're gonna play and better fees you're gonna get. So
Yeah.
that's kind of our.
That's Sean in the background, if you can hear that, listeners. Just getting the sound right and the cameras all working properly. If you had to give advice to a young band coming up who's in the position where you were some years back when you first met, and they're about to pursue a career in music, is there any piece of advice, and it can be anything, whether it's the approach they take, the type of music they play, what advice would you give them, starting with you, Jude?
I would say that you need to like utilize your branding and social media as much as possible.
Okay.
I mean, there are so many aspects to everything, but I think those two are
So
very
branding
important.
and social media, good
Yeah.
advice, I agree with that.
'Cause I think there's a lot of music out there that isn't the greatest, but it can still do really well because it's marketed really well and because the brand behind it is
Strong.
like really
Sure.
strong, you know.
Sure.
And I mean, if you couple that with great music, then I mean,
You got something special.
yeah.
Dom, your side?
For me, it does sound a bit cliche, but I'd say you've got to work so hard when you're starting out, and you never stop. But basically, to be financially viable as a young musician who's just starting out is very difficult. Not just in South Africa, anywhere. You know, it's like especially in UK and Europe, it's quite saturated. So to stand out there is even more difficult than here. But you know, you got to work a full-time job and work your evenings 5 to 6 hours every night.
That's
writing,
exactly it,
recording, saving up for gear, whatever it is. People think, you know, I'm just gonna like start in the music career and make it and make enough money to live, and that's when they get tired of playing like shows and like bad bars and stuff.
With the banjo,
making no money.
Tambourine.
Yeah, and then they're like, and then that's people's perception of the music industry, and it's not. You know,
You got very excited when I said banjo. Like, you play the banjo.
he's actually a huge
You're a
banjo
fan.
enthusiast.
It's a nice instrument, though.
Oh, is it?
It sounds good.
He's a big country fan.
Yeah. Oh wow. Secrets all being revealed on the SA Music Box tonight. Now your next song, and which is technically your third song. What is it called?
Good Times.
Yeah.
Good Times. Yeah.
So this is our we released this last year, and this song has been huge for us. You know, it's got massive amounts of radio play. It's got us onto big stages, and I'd say it's the one song that's made us the most money, which is amazing.
Yeah, I've played that song maybe about 20 times on my show.
Yeah.
I'll give you an idea.
Okay, cool.
Thank you for
But
that.
what do you think makes that song, makes this particular song such a strong song? Why do you think you've had that success?
Well, yeah.
It's definitely the simplest song harmonically we've ever written.
Yeah.
Which feels weird because we usually we both study jazz, so we like to put a lot of like changes in our music and incorporate like rich harmony. Whereas this is pretty like
very basic.
Very basic, and I think that works. That it puts you in a mood. It puts you in exactly like the song says in a good.
And dare I say it, or dare I ask it? The title of the song is called Good Times.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I ask you the question, you're going to say it's about having a good time.
That song's actually about
everything that we've been speaking about. Yeah, like about
it's about you can have a good time without having to be flashy.
Yeah.
The lead line of the song is like, I don't have no diamonds, but I shine bright.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah. Look at my personality, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Not my bling.
Yeah, man.
Although
100%.
it's nice, but not necessary.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, great.
If you can afford
That's
it, go for it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, that's Easy Freak, and coming up next is Good Times.
Yeah.
I'm OD'd on the good times, nothing wrong with some good wine, not too much. I'm trying to stay in line, 'cause I don't have no diamonds, but I shine bright. Take my hand, we can get away. Go anywhere, we can go to space. You don't need none of that just to get high, 'cause when you're with me, gonna feel alive. All these people trying to doubt this, we boosting up on them like we're nitrous. We can take it slow and we can go fast. 0 to 100 like a supercar, yeah. And 0 to 100 like a supermodel. On the good times, nothing wrong with some good wine, not too much. I'm trying to stay in line, 'cause I don't have no diamonds, but I shine bright. I'm OD on the good times, nothing wrong with some good wine, not too much. I'm trying to stay in line, 'cause I don't have no diamonds, but I shine bright, yeah. I'm just trying to be a good guy, trying to be the one to give you everything and more. I'm not making any promises I can't keep, and girl, I promise you that I will never leave. All these people trying to doubt this, we boosting up on them like we're nitrous. We can take it slow, we can go fast. 0 to 100 like a supercar, yeah. And 0 to 100 like a supercar, yeah. On the good times, nothing wrong
with some good wine. Not too much, I'm trying to stay in line. 'Cause I don't have no diamonds, but I shine bright. I'm OD'd on the good times. Nothing wrong with some good wine. Not too much, I'm trying to stay in line. 'Cause I don't have no diamonds, but I shine bright. Ooh. 'Cause I don't have no diamonds, but I shine bright, yeah. 'Cause I don't have no diamonds, but I shine bright. Take my hand, we can get away. Go anywhere, we can go to space. You don't need none of that just to get high. 'Cause when you're with me, gonna feel alive, yeah.
And that was Easy Freak on Hot 91.9's band strip feature. And that was Good Times live in the studio. And it's a song that, as you guys know at home, we've played a lot. And it's a song that's brought them a lot of success. Jude and Dom, thank you so much for being my guests.
Thank you.
Tonight. I know it's
for
not your
having
first
us.
time on your station, on this station.
Yeah.
But I'm sure no interview has ever gone like this before. So not like this.
It's been a special one.
Now tell me, very important for our audience out there, where can people find your album?
Any online music platform. So basically, yes, Deezer, Spotify,
Yeah.
Apple Music, wherever it is,
Yeah.
or YouTube. Yeah, go check it out.
You have any physical copies coming out, planned?
We don't have any out now, but
Yeah.
Hopefully down the line.
yeah.
Yeah.
When you guys play live, don't you like sort of dish them out? No.
Nah, we
Sell
sell a lot
them.
of merch though, like T-shirts and
Yeah.
sweaters and yeah.
And stuff like that.
I
Stuff like
forgot that
Alice
CDs existed
bands.
until you just said that.
Things like that. Well, it'll give away my age, but I have a little parting gift for you. And this is the Eskimos' last album.
Oh, no way.
And that's for, and I've got an extra copy there for
No.
Rachel.
Huge.
Say thank you.
Oh my word.
And thank you for being my guest on
Thank
the show
you.
tonight.
Very excited.
This is huge. This is amazing.
That's called a CD, by the way.
Featuring
Jude.
Watershed.
Yeah.
How do you...
I didn't say it. Hopefully there's a CD playing in your car.
There isn't. But we will find one.
We'll find.
Well, guys, I wish you
Thank
all
you.
the best on your new album. I think you guys have great energy and you have a great chemistry creatively. I can see that and I can feel that. And hopefully the audience out there felt that. That was Easy Freak, live and band stripped, right here on Hot 91.9's SA Music Box with me, the Eskimo Writer. Good luck and all the best.
Thanks so much,
Thanks,
man.
Hot 91.9.
Playing the best old school and R&B.